That's right. Clayton's art is badass. Period. Absolutely. David Hanania, what's up, man? My dog now, nice. I love dogs. I love dogs and babies and toddlers more than people because, you know, generally they're much more honest. Stromland! Welcome, Stromland. Let's see which one of these is more empty. This one's more empty, so I should try to get it out of the way. What's up, Stromland? Looking pretty sick. Hell yeah. He's kind of toothless right now, but we're going to start going over that soon. There you go. Oh yeah, I didn't put on any music. Toothless aggression, yeah. There we go. He needs the bug eyes a little bit. Tops of the eyes weren't doing it for me. I think the bottoms are good. Zachariah Hunt. What's up, buddy? How you doing? That looks much better. I like these eyes better. In fact, I might even pop them out bigger. Let's pop them out a little bigger. Let's see how that looks. Oopsie. These things will throw paint like brushes sometimes because they actually have little bristles. This is actually made up of about 20 little bristles that come to a point, so it looks like the head of a pen. It's actually a series of pen bristles. Brush bristles. Say that 10 times. A symbiote dragon would be dope, yeah. So Austin, about the signature, what are you thinking? Kind of feel white, blue, or yellow? Would look weird. You know, Clayton likes to sign the same colors on things once in a while. Generally, he tries to avoid it. You know, he calls it a Waldo signature if he signs black on black. We could just sign red on this. I wouldn't mind. It would fade into the background a little bit, but maybe I could give him a kind of a little bit of extra black, because I can throw the black veins anywhere I want, really. So I could kind of make a place to sign that would look alright. you know, and then we can sign it in red. And then I'm thinking right now, what if, you know, the places, if I signed it in red, half of it would be visible, half of it would be invisible. The parts over the black would be visible. And then what if I just went over the parts that were red with like a black outline so you could see it, even on top of that? And just make the signature look carnageized, like maybe it even has black tentacles and red tentacles on it. I mean, that would be cool, but initially we were trying to keep the book super uniform, so we should have customized everybody's signature like that. That would have been neat. I can still go over them. I don't mind at all, man. It's not too much money to have them graded again, and that's really all that we'd have to pay for. I would do it for free. Just the art, you know, some quick little fixes, but either way, it's gonna be good. You know, 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. We can just hold the rest of the books until the end and not. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're going to do. And then when we're done with all of them, then we can decide if we want to make changes to all of them or some of them or stuff like that. Davy Rose looking awesome, Austin. Thank you. How's my baby doing? You feeding her? Just kidding. Just joshing. Sure, you're treating her just fine. David Hananias says, that sounds cool. Oh, Jason says, what about a red but with a black background just behind the signature? A black background just behind the signature. So like a black outline, right? So yeah, that's essentially what I was trying to describe. So we could definitely do that. Bill Gallagher says, looking good. Thank you. Yeah, this one's going to be pretty badass. Oh, I didn't even show you. I worked on it a little bit last night and did this. I got to correct his eye shape a little bit, but that's basically how it's going to look. I think that looks pretty neat. So, it's got those big old shark teeth in there. Yeah, black outline. We said that at the same time. Jinx owe me a cook. I'm delayed about probably like 5 or 6 seconds on my end from when you guys post from. I see you guys post in real time, but then the transfer speed is about 5 seconds before you hear what I say. So I wish I could. It would be so much better if this was like really live, like there was no delay. Then we could communicate much better. Or if you guys could have like a talking stick and we could talk one-on-one, but everybody could have a turn, like asking questions with their mouth, not having to actually type it. That would be neat. But Facebook is what it is. I'm happy for Facebook because it brings so many people together that, you know, people who have a small business like me can actually do stuff like this. But it sucks because you depend on it, and it's not very good. Sometimes it's not very good. Generally, it's pretty good. Whoa. Oof, excuse me. Well, there's no delay IRL. Yeah. Sometimes you'll respond to somebody in the chat and whatever they said hasn't even shown up on my screen yet. Right, yeah, so sometimes it goes the other way too, I guess. You know what's really frustrating is my cell phone. When I'm typing messages to people, I'll type the word, well, I'll type any word and then you put the suffix on it, N apostrophe T, which, you know, should into shouldn't, would into wouldn't, right? Two opposite things. One means will do, the other one means will not do. And then I'll be messaging people, and then I have to reread every text I send nowadays because my phone will automatically switch, because I don't like to actually put in the apostrophe in every phone I've ever had before this one will just put in the apostrophe for me, but this phone will actually change wouldn't to would, and it is so detrimental to so many conversations. It's so bad, and it's like, oof, brutal. I hate these things that we depend on sometimes. Yeah, I hate autocorrect, man. It fucking sucks. Yeah, these eyes rule, huh? I think I nailed these eyes. They're definitely a good hybrid between what I would draw and like a traditional Carnage eye, you know? I think I nailed it. Just gotta whiten that up a little bit, but we'll do that later. I think that someone was trying to get away. Nice. I don't remember Greenwich having so much razzle dazzle in his eyes. I like them. They're pretty. Um, yep. A little bit of razzle dazzle. I like it. Razzle dazzle never hurt. Yeah. No, I think it's sweet because um, it's kind of like the way that I would draw them, but mixed in a hybrid with like the more traditional style. But sometimes people just draw his eyes and they're just garbage. And I do like a traditional symbiote eye, but I like this one a little bit better. Nice. remembered when they put googly eyes on Venom. Of that I'm not aware. For the movie trailer. Oh. Yeah. I've seen those memes. I don't think I've seen that, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the 90s, didn't all symbiotes have the same eyes, and recently artists started giving them distinguishable eyes? Yes and no. So, if you look at the first iterations of Venom, they're a lot different than we kind of view him now, and his eyes were... His eyes have been many different shapes over the years, and everybody has their own way of doing it, but traditionally, Carnage's eyes are differentiated by having these little bubbles on the edge of his eyes, and aside from that, they're basically identical. Because the first appearance of Carnage was Mark Bagley, and did the sketch, and then Sam De La Rosa cleaned it up a lot, so the concept was Bagley's, but the finished product that we enjoy today, that perfect kind of classic image that you see for Carnage's first appearance, that people have basically deviated from, well, lots of people have deviated from it, but I don't know. So, like, the classicness is these little eye bubbles right here, and then the way that I would draw is just kind of everything I've added to it. But I made sure that he's got the points up and the points down on the front of his face. He's got the smooth top of his eyes. They don't have any horns or bubbles. And then the bottom edge down to here has bubbles. So basically what I added was just the style of bubbles and horns, and then right down here should just be flat. It shouldn't have anything. So we can try that out. Let's see. This will make it even more traditional if I cut off these horns right here. I think that makes him a little bit less like the band Kiss and a little bit more like Carnage. So I can always add them back on, but we're just going to look at that. So I definitely need to add a little bit of volume down there and bring down if I popped them forward. Actually, I think that would look good. So let's, while I still am looking at it, you want to grab this shape right here and let it continue down. Then you want to take this shape and pull it up, and then just see where they meet naturally. Give that to it. Let's see how that looks. But I'm keeping these bubbles and horns the way they are because it's really tight. I want to make them exactly like the old Carnage. Let me fix this a little bit. Martin Orlowski's rolling in his, whatever the opposite of a grave is. His workstation probably, I think he's at work. Because he liked the eyes, my initial concept for them, but this is better. Okay, let's see, I didn't read anything. I think I met Sam at a convention. Yeah, I've heard he's really nice. I know Toxin, Venom, and Carnage at least have their own distinguishable, consistent eye shape now. Right, yeah, Clayton was the first one to draw Toxin's eyes, and those are certainly the most different. They have these Toxin's eyes they just look like Venom's eyes almost, or the way that Clayton draws Venom's eyes. And then they have these horns just kind of snapped on the top of his head, so I like those actually. They're pretty cool. I think I bought a Firestorm comic from him. Nice. Honestly, I would rather have a little less cowbell on his eyes. A little less cowbell. So a little less bell shape. Right, yeah, let's see. It kind of juts down more than that in some versions, so let's do this. This is good. We're gonna nail it eventually. Ooh, I've never had my black pen get corrupted before. Must be running out of ink. I think I see what you're saying. A little less cowbell. A little less cowbell. It's the first time I've ever heard that. People usually want more cowbell. Just do your thing. Whoever you make the eyes will be how they are. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. That's true. So Mayhew Lethal Protector today from Black Flag. Nice! I think I saw you post that. Yeah, I wish I had a bunch of those, honestly. He was very nice. Christopher Walken Knoll, yeah. How much for a commission like the Carnage for my info, please, when you open spots up? Yes, Mr. Ryu, I did see your message, and I will email you, or at least message you here. If you shoot me your email, I will email you, but I'll message you on here at some point about that. I can't tell you a price because I put my commissions on hold because I need to figure out maybe a different way to do pricing, and so but I will let you know when I reopen my commissions and we can talk about getting one. You can always buy Jason Broersma's from. I'm just kidding. I don't think he wants to sell them. But if you do, Jason, that's okay. I don't hold that against anyone. I'll just be tortured about it for the rest of my life. Do you know Jason Izzeri? Please tell me as I will get other work done after. Please tell me as I will get other work done. Yeah, I know Jason Izzeri. He's a nice guy. We did a signing with him, a couple small signings with him. So yeah. Sorry, I meant tell Jason who can tell me. Oh, okay. Contact you through Jason. That's what you're saying. Gotcha. They're insanely expensive. Don't do that. Just kidding. Yeah. wonder if Green Goblin drinks pumpkin latte, pumpkin spice lattes. You know he does. That'd be a hilarious throwaway joke in a comic. Yeah, I love Green Goblin. He's cool. Oh, that didn't work. What a shame. Thank you, sir. I will leave you to it, and if the price is amicable, then I can afford it, and I hope to do business in the future with you, but if not, I wish you the best of luck. Well, that's a fair thing to say. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you as well. Ain't that just the way it goes? If the price is right, we can make it happen. Yeah, it'll probably be... Oh, man, I couldn't tell you. Maybe 9 months, and I'll reopen commissions. I have no idea, really, so... Anyone's guess is as good as mine, but that's my guess. I just know I needed to not get in any further over my head than I have already. Whoa. Holding all these people's books. Haven't had any problems yet, but you know, sometimes I find it hard to sleep. I get stressed out and like, oof, all these books, oof. And I turn into Robin Williams. I go, oh, what am I gonna do with all these books? No hole. Oh shit! I'm gonna drop my pen. Just kidding. So glad I pulled the trigger when I did, man. Yeah, Jason, you jumped on pretty much immediately, and you got 6 in a row. And I was like, holy shit. This guy has a good idea. This guy likes my shit. And then, it's been going good. I mean, we're almost done with them now, which is pretty mind-blowing. It's like, honestly, I thought I'd get through my list a little bit faster, but, I guess that's kind of a dumb mistake every single artist makes initially, is they think that they just... Basically because it's impossible to know how long it takes until you do it. And another artist can't really tell you about that because it's one of those things that it's just you gotta go through it basically. But you know, we're working through the list and everybody's really happy when they get their books, and it's been great. CGC hasn't pressed any of my books into oblivion yet, so that's always good. Don't stress, I know I will have my next year. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I hope not. But be ready to do that is the best way to go about it. Just be ready. Be ready for that year-long wait. So that when you get it in less than a year, you get it in a few months, you're like, yes! It's that much more exciting. 7th with you too. Remember the Wolverine and Spider-Woman that you will turn into X-23 from there. I have no idea what place in line that one is. Yes, I remember that we flip-flopped on it, and then we were both surprised that it was still in line. But if you send me your book, I put it in line basically. But so that one's not that far back because I counted yesterday. I have 70 pieces in line if you count this one. So it's on the closer half at least. I know that. So I think I don't know actually. Maybe it's the last one in line. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over that with a Posca when it dries next year. Okay, let's see. I want my extra fine white. I have a book. It's not too far down the road, right? Yeah. No, I did. I saw that in line yesterday. I just don't know. Couldn't tell you what place in line it's in. Now it takes a significant amount of time to go through my commission box, so I can tell you later. And we can still swap that out for another book if you didn't want to do that one. You're not locked in to just have to do that one. So, because I knew that you were considering maybe a different book or something. I have 3 in line in different spots. Yep. I have no clue when any of them are up. Just make sure to tag me. Yeah. Christopher, I think yours is not that far off. It's probably less than 10 away, your first one. Yeah. Now, Martin Orlowski's is... Martin Orlowski has kind of a small one. It's like a, few hours of work. So I'll probably get that done in just one day. And that's after this one, and then after that, I couldn't tell you. One to go to be at 990. Oh man, now I gotta actually do the whole thing. Shit. Should have seen this coming. Should have known. Somebody was gonna go in there and make a big post about inviting everybody, and then we're gonna hit it. I'm gonna have to follow through on the giveaway. God, it's gonna suck. Just kidding. Yeah, that looks good right there. Craniacs are growing strong. Well, unfortunately, we don't use the Craniac word around here. They're banned. The 2 guys who run. Everybody else from Craniacs is allowed in, but the 2 guys who run Craniacs have both gotten themselves banned, even though I gave them both at least 2 chances each. I didn't give them 3 chances, but I did give them 2 chances each, so let that be known. Let it be known! Oh, it's okay. We don't identify as Craniacs, yeah. They're a little bit actually maniacs. Let's just put it that way. Just Crane fans, yeah. I didn't even know they were a group. Yeah, no. People mention him all the time. It is a great turn of phrase. Clayton loves that turn of phrase, Craniacs. I don't know if he loves it, but he likes it. But yeah, it's just one of them things, man, where they overstepped a few boundaries, not just one, but a few. And after we as Team Crane decided that they're uh, not going to change, we took some steps. But it is what it is. We don't focus on negativity. We just focus on the art. And, you know, Clayton's the kind of guy where if you're not focusing on the art, you're all about drama or whatever, you're banned instantly. So that's what it's like. Kellen was actually in our group at one point. I didn't notice that. He blocked me, so I don't think he can see the group. I don't think I ever saw Kellen in the group, but Lucas did join the group. And I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, should I let him in? And then I let him in, and then they immediately start posting on everything, Craniacs #1, and then links to the Craniacs. And he was just like doing laugh emojis and stuff at everything, so that warranted banning because I knew that that wasn't going to stop. That's all he was going to do, so. And then, you know, I think two of the other Craniac moderators, I used to be a Craniac moderator until I left because they were trying to hold that over my head, saying that I owe them things because they made me a moderator, which I found very, very bizarre. They being Kellen. And so that's why I stopped being a moderator, and then I was blocked a little bit after that for not doing anything except for refusing to do extra stuff for them, give them special treatment. And then, yeah, so two of the moderators joined my group, and then I think they both left, which it's just because they just do whatever Kellen tells them, I guess. There's no reason for that, so. The only person I blocked was Lucas McMichael, and Kellen blocked me, so there you go. I did block Kellen when Clayton told me to ban him from all future tour signings. I said, let's just block him on Facebook and see if that will stop, you know, the weirdness. And he agreed to that. Now I kind of wish that I would have just let him get banned. So, what two people are you talking about? Two of the other moderators. You can go on the list of. You can go on Craniacs and look at their list of moderators, and because the two admins are Lucas and Kellen, and then they have like 6 moderators. A couple of them are cool, but a couple of them are not cool. So you can go on there and just see who the moderators are. Not trying to call anybody out that is loosely involved because they don't know what the hell's going on as moderators. They're just doing whatever Lucas tells them or Kellen tells them to. So they're loosely a part of any of this. It's insane. Yeah, a little bit. Crane doesn't want Kellen at any more signings. Haha, it's the best thing I heard all year. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to kind of not have that happen, but I think Kellen has changed my mind about that. Also, on top of that, Kellen sold the remarks that he got from Clayton on the road tour when I met Kellen on the road tour, and he got a Null sketch and like a Carnageized Venom, and he sold the best ones. And he told us that they were going to be his forever, and he loved them so much. And I think he's on to new artists. He's not collecting Crane anymore, maybe. So I think he's given up on that. He was never really a fan. He was just a. It's okay. Flippers are okay. Like Clayton is fine with flippers, and so am I. But when you pretend to be a fan just to sell stuff, like that's weak. That's so weak. We don't abide by that behavior. But if you're upfront about it, we don't care. You know what I mean? It's like there's just, you gotta be, can't be a fucking liar. Well, I want no drama, just great art. Right. Best comic I've ever seen. Creepy. They made it so much harder to be a collector. Yeah, you know. You just gotta realize that everybody's a part of the comic book ecosystem. So like the flippers, the collectors, even the con artists, and I'm not talking about the artists at Comic Con. I'm talking about, you know, lying type of flippers that try to deceive you and stuff. There's lots of them out there, and they're actually professionals in the industry. Why is that, you might ask? Because they have a place in the ecosystem. If they got removed, somebody else would take their place instantly because it's a slot that needs to be filled. You know what I mean? Like in the ecosystem, you have many different slots that need to be filled, and they can't be filled by one person. So everybody has to fill a slot, right? So when the slot becomes available, somebody steps right into that position. They step hard. Usually. Not always true, but that's pretty generally true. Profiteers is what we call them in my world. Just get close to profit. Flippers make books more expensive by selling, and we buy to make them valuable. Correct. I didn't know that. Now I will be very cautious of the people I meet. Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. There is a shocking amount of people trying to con people out of. Sometimes it's just people don't know the value of things, you know. They put a high price and somebody buys it. Nobody's trying to con anybody. Sometimes. That's pretty rare. Most of the time it's people trying to pull one over on somebody else in terms of what something's worth. I'm just going to go over that with some acrylic, actually. Later tonight, I'll put the post together. I should have had that ready. Yeah, nice job, guys. 1,000 members, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I can see this group growing to be at least 2,000. At least. I mean, I could see it growing a lot more than that, but it'd be years, a couple years down the road, probably. Skylar! What's up, buddy? Yes and no. We can decide what is on our ecosystem, and we just allow greed to speak for most. That's true. You gotta keep, you gotta pull weeds out of your garden, right? Absolutely. Christopher Quest says 100 up point. We keep promoting, it'll pass that, yeah, for sure. I think the giveaways are going to be like, maybe like, from now on it'll be, 1,500, and like, maybe maybe the series of numbers, so 1,500 and then 2,222, 3,333, etc., etc. Going to do some main queue lethal protector commissions? Not yet. I mean, the window for that is kind of closed since I closed my commissions, but nobody signed up for one. I was looking forward to that. Books are just asking for it. They're just asking for it. I would have covered up the tumor on his back and everything, but it was apparently a no-go. Which is fine. I mean, once people see this set come out, I'm sure lots of people will request it, but or at least one person, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. What was the first 51555? That was a set of Maestro #1 with the Infinity Gauntlet, and they were both signed with a small nano sig, I think. Could be wrong. Card looks dope. White makes it pop. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's looking good. We're going to go over it with even another layer of white, and it's going to look freaking phenomenal. But it's going to be a super bright white. This is a pretty dull kind of highlight that we're putting on right now. Are you done with doing your commissions? If you could do this again, I would want one. Yeah, they're closed for now, so when I have less work on my plate, I might open them back up. So I'm thinking maybe later this year I'll reopen my commissions, but for now they're closed, yeah. Cut off now, but they will open back up. Yeah, I'll let you know, man. I'll definitely make a big fuss about it. I'll probably get so stormed with them that I'll turn them back off immediately. So be quick on the draw for that one. Okay, I think we're done with this pen then. Did y'all have something good for breakfast? I had a breakfast sandwich that would have blown the pants off of Napoleon. It was so good. I rather like these medium plates. They're nice. Not bad. Okay, actually, I'm not done with this. Thought it was done. You keep bringing me back in. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Just fix his fingertip. Get rid of here too. Anyone get the shredder for a commission? Heck yeah, I got a few shredders in line. You're gonna see a number of them. Yes, love this carnage cover. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sweet when I put the black veins on it, which we're about to get to that, I think. After I'm gonna go over it one more time with some bright white highlights with my Posca pen. And we're gonna move on to the black veins and then call this bad boy a done. After I throw a couple mystery remarks on the back to, let's say, guarantee something. Guarantee something that can't be guaranteed, huh? Anyone getting one we talked about? No, I don't. You have to remind me which one we talked about, bro, because I don't know. I don't think so. Certainly didn't take someone else's idea and try to sell it to another customer, if that's what you mean. I never done did that. I've had lots and lots of people ask me to never replicate one I've done before, but I can't do that. What I can guarantee is I won't replicate something I've done before exactly. I will do it different, and I will do it in not a different style, but just change things about it and make it more unique. That's what I can guarantee. That's not really what the question was, though. Okay, let's go on here. Thanks for adding black on the bottom. I told you, bro, if I give ideas, you can run with them. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for adding the black on the bottom. Absolutely. I do have someone who put in for a shredder on one of these lethal protectors, so we'll see that. And then someone else has one that I haven't mentioned yet. I'm not sure if they want me to mention it. I think I have another shredder I'm going to do too. It's in my pile. It's pretty hard to remember all the things I agreed to. I'm like, did I say I'd do that? Right, sure, of course I did. Of course I did. No, I'm really down to draw anything, except for like weird stuff, but I mean, you're going to be getting this graded. Yes, and it's going to get a 9.8. Unless somebody drops it when that goes to CGC. Which hasn't happened yet, but no. It's possible. Anything's possible. Maybe, you know, it'll get dropped into a lava pit on its way to CGC. Can happen. I think it'll be fine, though. I haven't had a boo-boo yet. No boo-boos, no boo-boos. Stop! No, not the lava pit. It's irreplaceable. I know, right? I shudder at the thought of any of the things I send to CGC getting lost in the mail or whatever. It's like, that's why I pack things really, really well, is because I want to absolutely eliminate that chance if I could, but, you know, you never can, so. In the back of your head, you just gotta always be like, it could all disappear immediately. If it's not in your hand, even if it is in your hand, you know, you could wake up and there could be a fire in your house that destroys all your stuff, so just know it's okay. If it happens, it's okay. Unless it's your fault, then it's not okay. Then God damn you for what you did. But generally people blame themselves when it's really not their faults. I preemptively forgive you and the mail carrier for destroying this beautiful piece. And I preemptively forgive myself, because if anyone's gonna destroy this fucking thing, it's gonna be me. I swear by God that's true. If anyone's burning this thing, it's me. We're just talking jokes here. Nobody's gonna lay a finger on this fucking thing. Nice. Shooter in Hell Virgin #1. That's the book we were talking about. I don't know if you want me to say it out loud. I think I remember. Sorry, I want to hiccup right now. I think I remember what we were talking about, and no, nobody has requested that. Okay. Oh yeah, I put the 3 in there. I didn't show you my 3. It's a little bit crude, but when you stand back, it looks fine, you know. Each one of those letters is about as small as I could possibly make it. Kind of looks a little bit cartoony. If I could make it better, I would, but you know, letters aren't my specialty. I can do this pretty well because it's so much larger. Like, if it was larger, I can make it better, but if I went in there and started tweaking that, it might take me 30 minutes to an hour to make it perfect. The juice ain't worth the squeeze on that one. I worry about that all the time. Shit happens. Yeah, you just gotta let it go. Let it go, Becky. There's a lot in art and comic books. You just gotta let it go. Alright, the black veins, the most exciting part. He's got so many black veins. Let's start with his face here. I think less is more with these veins, you know. So we're going to be kind of conservative with them if we can. I do tend to go overboard, so we'll fucking see about that. But we shall see. So, sorry, bro. Cooking and watching, yeah, the Krang in Shredder. That's it. You remembered. Yeah. Nobody's requested that. King Fruit Vegan, Raw Vegan, Justin. Looks amazing to me. Thank you. So signature either red outlined with black or a straight black sig. I think would be sweet to do a Carnage sig, which would be like a hybrid of a murder sig with symbiote tentacles coming off it. Very well. You got it. We can do that for sure. Black veins are money. Yeah. Yep. And the dots too. It's got little like warts. Basically just looks like a big blood splatter right across his head. I'll go back over that and add some red. Add some red back in there a little bit. They tend to follow his muscle structure too, so we'll be keeping that in mind. Let's start over here. These veins are really only going to be visible once I put the white on them, which is fine. It'll be kind of a neat effect. Let's do his other hand, and look at the big pen. I did fuck that up. I like that he just looks like a screwed up Spider-Man, you know, with no blue. That's really the only difference. And a pink mouth, obviously. Oh, yeah, push these tables too. I like to make his veins slightly reminiscent of Spider-Man's webs. Not overly, but just a little bit. I think Courage is the better one out of all of them. Keep going, bro. We got you on surround sound. Nice. That's a little bit. Oh, my wife says it's sick. Well, you know, it must be sick then. She rarely comments on this stuff, you guys. She doesn't think my art's good at all. So for her to say that, it means a lot. Just joshing. Hey, did you just change my music, wife? Better not be changing my music. Maybe this is her way of saying, get off the Spotify. What does my wife do for a living? Well, she helps me, and she is figuring out how to sell stuff online, do other stuff that she makes, like sewing dresses and children's clothes, and she's a good cook. She might end up getting like a certification to sell baked goods or something like that. So she's in a transitional phase. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'll go back to that comment. You can remind me, but it was a red signature with a black outline, but also carnage tentacles. Is that right? Oh, right here. Either a red sig outline with black or straight black sig. And I think it would be sweet to do the carnage, which is... Okay, murder sig with the symbiote tentacles coming off it. Gotcha. I have to throw some love your way in the online tip jar after this one. I got no qualms with that. Thanks, man. Yeah, this one's rocking. I'll just do the apostrophe 21 and kind of make it small. So if you look at the signature, you can see it, but aside from that, it's not going to affect the art. So tiny little dash 21. Oh yeah, we didn't put tentacles on there. Let me put some tentacles on there. Maybe Crane can learn something from you now, the Carnage signature. I've suggested a million signatures to him. The only one that he ever took me up on was one that was too obvious. It was too obvious. The Rainbow Murder Infinity signature. I was at damn, where were we? I can't remember the stop we were at, but somebody had a rainbow right next to a murder, and they were just sitting right in front of me. And he was asking if he could get like another murder signature because it was like limit 1. And I turned to Clayton and just I shouldn't have said it in front of everybody, but I was like, Clayton, what if you did a murder signature with rainbow colors? And then he looked and he smiled and he said that would be pretty cool, and he did it. And then after he did it, he was like, he put his head in his hands, and he's like, if I'm ever gonna do that again, it's gonna have to be like $100. So we laughed about it because it's a lot of work. That's badass, yeah. I think I have suggested a symbiote style signature to him, and he said it'd be too much work. We laughed about that too. We just always laughing, just joking about something. Alright, I could throw white down there, but I think that's fine, so. It's kind of a neat black and red tentacles on the blood slash down there. Got some dripping blood coming off there too. Just why not? Yeah, there's nothing that I could teach him that he doesn't already know. He just sometimes he doesn't. It is good to sometimes hear other people's opinions on things, because then he's like, yeah, you know what, that is a good idea, because he's probably thought of everything at this point, but it's just what's worth doing, what's a good idea. That's what you need other people for. Okay. I'm going to let this dry, then I'm going to scan it, then I'm going to do a remark on the back, so. Thank you all very much for watching, and I think that this was a success. Great success. Question about logistics. After this one, will you send it to CGC, or are you sending a package before or after the last one? Jeez. I'll keep them together. We'll keep them all together. So the next time I send to CGC might be, I'll do yours, and then I'll probably do Martin or Lowski's, and then I'll send all those to CGC. So just to try to get all those going at once, because Martin's book is time sensitive. So, but yeah, we'll figure that out later. All right. Have a great afternoon, and I'll be back on with your next one probably in a couple of hours. So. Oh yeah, Jason, which one do you want next again? Anti-venom? Is that next? I'll wait 6 seconds for your response. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, where's your response? Damn it, you weren't listening. Just kidding. I'll message you afterwards.